Hello, it's Martin again here with another video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about things no one tells you about when going self-employed. I'm going to do this in two parts because there's quite a lot to cover and I don't want it to make it a long video. I know short videos tend to be better. So I'm going to do it in two parts. But first of all, when you're going self-employed, most people assume that being self employed is just about going out and doing the work that you've been trained for, which of course it is. But the thing is, it's not just about going out and doing the work for a customer and then coming home and relaxing and doing nothing. Because it doesn't work that way. It's your business. And in a business such as self employment or any business, come to that matter, there's a lots of areas that you have to be involved in. Um, and I think people must understand. I guess some people will understand this, but I think most people have to understand that it takes a lot of your time in doing the other things that you need to be involved in when running your own self-employed business. For instance, you go to work, you do a job, and then you come home. But of course, it doesn't end there. First of all, you have to make sure that you keep all your financial records up to date, because that's quite important. You need to know you know, where everything is financially, so you can get to it easily. You don't want to be hunting around and doing stuff. Um, you need to be able to be dealing with customers on a regular basis. Um, you need to be able to think about how you're going to market your business as well. Now, a lot of people probably say, well, wouldn't I just outsource that? Well, of course, you can. You can outsource a lot of things, but I think when you're a self employed person, especially in the beginning, um, you want to keep your overheads low. You want to keep everything low because you don't want to be spending too much money um, because you've just started. And when you start a business, um, you want it to last, you want it to continue. So by keeping your overheads low, that helps you in the long run because don't forget you're not starting off 30 or 40 years down the line like I am, where I've built a reputation and I've built up customers. You've got to start from the beginning. And so I think you really need to understand that when you're self-employed, you'll be working a lot longer hours than you think you might be. Because when you get back from your day's work, now listen, if you're a self-employed person and you work on a contract basis, then there isn't too much to be involved in. You've still got to make sure your finances are done correctly, of course. And you've got to make sure that's done for your taxes and everything else. Um, but other factors involved with dealing with customers, getting quotes out, doing estimates, um, going to see customers, you wouldn't have to deal with initially because that's all done for you by the company that you're working for as a subcontractor. But when you're not working as a subcontractor, and some of you may very well be doing that in the beginning to get work, of course, um, you've got all that to do. So when you come home, you're probably going to have some quotes to sort out. You're probably going to go and see customers. You're going to have to ring customers, contact customers either by email or telephone conversation. Telephone conversation is best in the beginning. Um, and so all those things will add to your time. Um, and I think if you're happy with that and you're prepared to do that, because bear in mind, being self-employed is a wonderful business. It gives you freedom, and it's your business, and that always makes it feel so much better. But of course, like I said, there's a lot more involved, and I say about marketing because some people don't like marketing. I can understand that. but you still need to be able to think about how you're going to market the business, and you can find all that out, of course. But it's worth getting involved in all those things like marketing, because you're learning something new and you're doing it yourself. And because it's your own business, you know eventually how you want to be able to market that business. So I think getting involved in marketing is really good. It's a good learning curve. Maybe further down the line, you don't have to do the marketing yourself, but I think in the beginning, it's probably useful to do. Um, and like I said, there's other things like obviously you're having to contact customers. Some people don't like it dealing with customers, but if you're self-employed, you have to deal with customers. Um, and you learn from all these things further down the line, how to communicate better with customers. And by communicating better, you will increase your workload, for sure. So I just wanted to end it here because I didn't want to go too deep into being self-employed. I'm going to cover another video about this next week. But I just wanted to kind of like make you aware that there's a lot more involved in being a self-employed person, than just going out and doing the work for the customers. So on that happy note, I'm going to leave it there. And if you've got any comments, if you'd like to add to what I've just mentioned, by all means do. I'm quite happy. Or if you're thinking of going self-employed, then make a comment. Ask me questions. I'm quite happy to help you, because obviously I've been involved in the business now for 40 years. So I hope I know what I'm doing. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.